Welcome to my channel. My name is Eve. This is Everyday Artist, and welcome. This is Rogue, who will probably bark and disturb us at some point this morning. Is it morning still? It might be. And today is the 28th of March, and they called the new WIPGO numbers yesterday, and I'll be talking about that in a minute. And this is my Flosstube number 79. Yeah, I couldn't remember last week what it was. Yeah, it's been, yeah. I didn't even look at my sewing machine this week. And I have a whole bunch of stuff I want to work on. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where my days are going. I have no idea. Obviously, I did go get my hair cut. It has gotten so hot so fast here. It's been in the 90s, and I have very thick hair, so it wasn't just the length, it was very thick, and I was just like, I can't deal with this. If I'm this hot already, what's going to happen in July? July here, it's typically between 110, 120 the first couple of weeks in July, and then it starts going back down. So, and it sounds really horrible, but we, just like people who live in cold climates, you learn how to live comfortably in those extreme times. And we have swimming pools and air conditioning, and you move from your air-conditioned house to your air-conditioned car to the air-conditioned place where you're going. And a lot of places have misters. So you walk through this little mist of water, and it really helps. And there's a lot of places, I'm not sure right now with the COVID issues, if they still have them, but where the pavement has little water jets, and it shoots water up. They have them in a lot of parks, and there was one of our shopping centers that had an area of that, and the kids love it. You can get completely soaked or just a little wet, and it's an alternative to like a swimming pool, because you can just walk through it and it cools you off. So it's a lot of fun. So, let's see what else happened this week. See, that's how my week went. I don't know. I don't know what I've been doing all week. So I have an FFO, which you may or may not have seen. If you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, I posted it, and I have a little finish. I didn't post that anywhere, except I did show it on our Three Sisters creative video, which came out yesterday. And yeah, I want to talk about quilting first. I have my son's quilt, which I talked about last week, that I sat down to quilt it, and I ended up working on my sister Beth's quilt a little bit, and got stuck, and for me, it's very difficult to get out of that stuck mindset, because I just obsess about, well, what if I do this? What do I know that won't work? What if I do this? And I can't seem to move on. Maybe that's why I didn't just give up and put it away and pick up my son's quilt. But my son's quilt is in the quilting stage, and I had intended it as a birthday present in December. And a birthday present, a Christmas present. And it wasn't done. The top was done. It was sandwiched. It just wasn't quilted. And it's about halfway done with the quilting. His birthday is on the 8th. It would be really nice if I would sit at the sewing machine and just get it done, because I know that if I just concentrate on things, I could get it done or very close to done by his birthday. My days are not my own. Let me just say that often I'm having to, but isn't that everybody? You know, I have plans to do one thing and then I end up needing to go do other things. So that is perhaps a reason, but not really an excuse. I need it, I just choose to do other things, I think. And my father lately, when he'll come out like to watch TV with me, and I'll be thinking, I'll go and sew, and then he comes out of his room and he sits down where we watch television, and it is more important to me to be with my dad, because there is going to be a time in the not too distant future when I will not be able to be with my dad, and all of these other things are just not as important. I sat down to do my taxes and ended up having to get up and run somewhere, and never got back to doing it, and I'm going to have to do that very soon. So, as I said, excuses, not reasons. But that being said, I have my son's quilt, which is in the quilting stage. I have a personal quilt, which the quilt top is done. It just needs to be finished, sandwiched and quilted. I have the itty bitty kitty committee quilt with the little cats. That all of the blocks are ready to go. I just need to do the sashing and finish the quilt top, to get that more done. And that was on my WIPGO for January. It's not, I haven't completed that WIPGO goal. I had on it 15 days, and I am at about 12. Something like that. And Beth's quilt, which is the bigger cats, is the one I talked about last week, that I am a little frustrated with. So, I have a lot of quilts going. That's okay. I always have a lot of things going. None of those are at the stage where I really want them to be. So the WIPGO numbers were called, and one of them was number 10. And if you don't know what WIPGO is, it's the brainchild of Jessie Marie Does Stuff. And, it's like a bingo board. She calls 2 numbers. And you set up your own board with your current WIPs or things you want to work on. And it's just whether or not it's going to be called. And that gives you an impetus to get things done that you wanted to do. So my number 10 is, I bought the things for this quilt a while back. Last year? I'm not sure. But it is called the Snowball Star quilt. And it has, trying to see, here's a picture of the quilt made. And while I've done a lot of sewing, I hadn't done a lot of quilting. There's the quilt. Right there. Okay. And I wanted to see if I wanted to do this quilt, so I tried it on a smaller scale version, and I made a bag. And that bag was on our Etsy site. I'm going to put a picture of it here. So that's a signal to me that I need to put something, that I said something about a picture. So you can see kind of what I did before. And I bought the materials to make that bag after I bought these others. And so I love teal. I love, I have a package of this. These are hummingbirds. Let me see. It's a jelly roll quilt. Here's the hummingbirds. I have yardage of this color and some other hummingbirds, and I have it, but like I said, it's been a year. I think I finally found the yardage of this. It was out of stock, and I think I finally found it. Jordan Fabrics had some. It's a Robert Kaufman. It's batiks. And I absolutely love the line. It's just gorgeous. It is completely and utterly my aesthetic. This quilt is for me. I need to replace what is on my bed because my dog keeps pulling all the stuffing out of it and chewing it. It's a comforter. It's not a quilt. So this was called, and at first my heart went pitter-pat. I was like, yes. No. I don't mind not getting my sister's quilt done. I don't mind not getting the Itty Bitty Kitty Committee quilt done. I would like to get them because of WIPGO, but WIPGO is just encouragement. Right. But my sons, I got to get that done. So I will reward myself with actually starting on this quilt. Now, I think I put 20 days. I'm not going to get 20 days to be honest. I'm just not. Not in April. But I know from making the bag that, okay, my dog was just barking at people having the audacity to jog by on this absolutely stunningly beautiful day. Our weather, like I said, it's been in the 90s, but it doesn't get like that till the afternoon. And in the mornings, it's absolutely gorgeous. So, yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? I know from doing the bag that this cuts fast, it goes together fast. It's actually a pretty easy quilt to put together. It's a lot of pieces, but yeah. So I'm excited, but I think I need to put it on the back burner and not do it until I finish my son's quilt. Now, it's not April yet. I have a few days. So I'm going to try to, push through, because then I have to bind it, And I understand that those things don't take forever, but the way I've been going, well, yeah. And I think it's because I've been cross-stitching more too. Well, no, I think I've been cross-stitching more because I've been with my dad. We finished watching Longmire. He loves Westerns. John Wayne and all these things. He watches them all the time in his room. But I kind of want to encourage him not to always be alone. So I always ask him after dinner if he wants to watch with me, and he does. He comes and watches something. And he says he doesn't care, but I want to put on something that he might like. So we've been watching Longmire, finished it last night. He's like, is that all? I'm like, yeah. And that last episode was like trying to wrap things up in some way that people would like. It was all nonsense. But anyway, that being said, we needed to pick a new thing to watch. And, occasionally we watch movies. But Designated Survivor. That's what we started watching, and he just loved the first 2 episodes, so that should be good. And so I've been doing that a lot, and so it gives me time to do some cross stitch. The other thing called, oh, there that is. The other thing called was number 7. Strawberry, for me that's Strawberry Cow by Tiny Modernist. And this is my progress so far. Not a lot. But yeah, I've had this put away in a tiny little bag, and that's how come it's all folded up, because I wanted to be able to take it with me somewhere, and I haven't worked on it in a long time. I think she came out with this with the Moo the Merrier, which was last spring, was it? Let me see if she has on this thing when it came out. Yeah, sulky. No. It doesn't say on this. Anyway, I bought it pretty much right away when it came out. I love the way it's finished here, but I probably won't finish it like that. Hopefully I haven't done as many miscountings as I have been doing lately. I don't know what's wrong with me lately. So that's the new WIPGO calls. Now, my FFO. Before I show you my FFO, let me show you this little light. It's a bee. And I have it next to the FFO of Honeybee. Honeybee. I fixed the little mistake I made there. And I have them together like that, displayed. I found these little bee buttons. And these they're not hard. They're soft, little flowers. And then those are daisy buttons. And another bee button. I think I got all of the buttons at Walmart. But the ribbon and these flowers I got at, let me turn this off. The ribbon and the bee flowers I got at Hobby Lobby. And this is some bee fabric, see the little bees, that I had in my stash from a project bag I made last year, I think, maybe earlier than that, I don't know. But I'm really happy with the way it came out, and I'm all excited to do Daisy May and another bee project I'm going to show you later to go with it. Yay. I'm really happy with the way that came out. I just absolutely love it. This hive I got at Joann last year, and I got the lighted bee at Michael's in their spring area not too long ago. And then my finish is oops. Those of you who have been seeing my stuff for a while know that I designed this little turtle pin keep. It's got a thread. Helen D had a tutorial on how to do this beading. Helen D on Flosstube. She's East Coast Crafter on Instagram. But I designed this little turtle. And then I also designed this little bunny. I did this one as a scissor fob. So those are on the Etsy shop. There's a link below to the Etsy shop if you want to do those. This is the latest one. In the back, you don't see their bottom because they're sideways. So you just see it's just going the other way. So I haven't decided how I want to finish this one. I kind of think I want to make it an ornament, which means it would be flatter. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm really happy that I finished it. And I'm really excited about the way it came out. So, there's that. Don't you get on my stuff. Come over here. Come over here. You behave. Lie down. Lie down. No? Okay. So, the WIPGO projects that I had for this month were the honeybee, which you just saw, fully finished, and Halloween gnomes. I have it still in the bag. Sorry. Rustle. This was the bag the thing came in when I ordered it from 123 Stitch. I don't know. Whenever I decided to start it. Halloween gnomes. Designed by Ursula and Michael for Imaginating. And here's where I am. Yeah, the thread you can see here is not a hanging thread. It's just thread that I'm still using. So anyway, I am right here on his eye. So I went down so that I could just do these individually. Then I'm going to do his eyeballs next. And then the eyes, you know. And I'm just going to work my way down. But I only have a few more days to get my my goal. Stop. It's 10 days. I'm at 8. I think I'll make it. Depends how much time I spend on my son's quilt. Yeah. So, you know, I also have to do mundane things like, you know, clean house, go grocery shopping. So, I apologize for the growling dog. There's absolutely nothing outside. And she just insists on growling at nothing. But she's pretty sure there should be something outside to growl at. So, sorry about my putting it back, but you know how things go. And then, did some more work on Rabbits at the Cafe. This is by Stitchy Princess. You see here how you can tell the difference between the dress and these chair legs? Just barely on this. I don't know if it's dye lots or lighting. Maybe it's lighting. I don't know. I really can't see. I really love the little chicks. I have one line left to go, and I ran out of thread here. And then I had gotten this motifs up here finished, and when I went to go put the pink, it wasn't working. So I took all of this out, saying that was wrong. No, it wasn't. This was wrong. I had done something weird here. So, yeah, doing 2 or 3 times the work. But there I am. Well, plugging away at it. I'm not going to get it done by Easter, I think, because as I said, I have my son's quilt is more important to me, and the other WIPGO numbers and stuff, but I'll probably still keep working on it here and there, a little bit at a time. And if not, Easter comes every year. And then I'm going to show you on my tablet the last of the Narnia Sal has come out, and I really like it. Oops. That being said, I have a feeling this is going to go on next year's WIPGO. Because I am not getting very far at all. This is still in the first section, and I have to finish this motif. And then there's another little thing like that over here. And then there's the line here. Narnia also has a few more little drips. This is like, melting ice. So, yeah, that's where I am on that. But I do like it. I like the colors. I like the way it's looking. I can't do everything all at the same time. I do try, though. Really, I do. So, that comes to my last WIP here. And that is for Spring Berries, Ursula Michaels. This is for my berry sal. I'm doing a lot better at the berry sal than the other sals I've done. Maybe because they're smaller. I don't know. This is where I am. I wish you could see the whole pattern, that they had a picture of it flat so you could see it. But this is the bird's back. This is going to say, is it spring yet? And then there's a question mark under the bird. Stuff is driving me bananas. If it's not one of these frame, it's another. Okay, so the Y right here. Oops. I see a mistake. So I made both of these the same height. Actually, that should be one more up. So I'm going to have to take this out and go back and do that. But this had a little one right here. And to me, it looked like, is it spring get? It looked like a G. And once I saw it like that, I couldn't unsee it like that. And so I was just like, So I took it out. And then I had to do the bird down here to make sure that this was meeting up correctly with here, because I had started the bird, and then there was something off, like I was off a half of a stitch or something. So now it does appear to be right, except I have to finish that one. Okay, I know I don't have to go and take it all out again. As a matter of fact, since that E goes back around up there, maybe I can just go over there and fix it, but I might not. Anyway, I've got petals down here, a branch here that's going to be, I decided to go ahead and leave this color and just make the words in the different color. So the branch that the bird is sitting on is this color. And then there's a question mark down here and a little motif or something in yet another color. And of course the bird's beak and the bird's tummy. There's a lot, but not a lot. Oh, and there's flowers. There's the ends of some of these, there's little pink flowers. They're supposed to be that oyster color, but they're going to be pink. So there's that. Now that, I have all the finishing stuff for that, except the pins. I want the pins. But when I decided to go ahead and go to where did I go? Cobweb Corner. Helen D has a thing with her where she is offering a discount, HD Berry, on only the Ursula Michael Spring berries. I don't remember what the discount is, but there was a little bit of a discount. And she's trying to keep in the pins, and then I could go to Etsy and order the wool for the tops, the wool packs. She has a deal with Ruby Mountain Dye Works about the wool packs. But I went to Cobweb Corner to see if I could get the pins. I know I could order them from Jabco, but she's getting everything together for this Sal for Helen, and I thought, why not order them from her since they're gonna have to be shipped anyway. I looked at the attic and I didn't see them. They didn't have the pins for the spring berries, but I had been eyeing this pattern. Ooh, glare. I had been eyeing this pattern at the attic, and I was like, well, there's a discount. I should just get it here if I'm going to get anything too, and it was on sale. So it was on sale and I got a discount on it. So that was awesome. And I picked up the pins for the berries. Yay, aren't they cute? They all go in the top of this berry. There's some kind of charm on one of them. Sorry about the glare. I don't feel like Stop. I apologize. There was nothing outside, by the way. She was barking at nothing. There's no people. There's no cars. There's no bunnies. The bunnies have been missing from our yard for a while. I think the predators have been getting them. But there's nothing out there. Nothing. So I do have other haul. Excuse me. I follow Maria Bravko on Instagram, Cute Patterns by Maria. And she said, I'm giving away a free pattern and if you go to my Facebook. And I went ahead and went, excuse me. And I couldn't find that pattern. she had this one. Free. Cute Patterns by Maria on Facebook. But also because I was following her, she posted that, I saw it as she was making it. And then, look, it's cute. When she said he was available to purchase, I went ahead and flew over to Etsy to grab him. Don't you think he'll look cute next to my other bee? He's so cute. So now I need to go buy more threads. I was itching to start it, but I don't have enough of the threads to be able to get anywhere. So, yeah. I've been dying to start Daisy May. I've been dying to start this. Yeah. So, because of Daisy May, I went ahead and went through my fabrics, and I couldn't the one I liked for it was just a little bit too small. I mean, like half an inch too small. And I could probably, because I don't use a lot of fabric around the edges, I could probably finish it like that. I mean, I think it would be okay. But it's a lot of work to go through to figure out, and then to find that you can't. So I don't know. And I have plenty of fabric. Thank you, viewer, who sent fabric. I have plenty of fabric that I could dye or just use it white. But I think not. And I could dye it, but I haven't done it yet. As I said, I don't know what I've been doing. But when I went and found this is from Hobby Lobby, Antique Blue, 14 count Ada. I like that color. I might be able to do her on that. Maybe. I don't know. But when I look around at how many different projects I have, I'm getting overwhelmed. Too many things because I want to work on them all at the same time. All of them. But we can't, can we? So I'm saving this to the end of my video. It's a little preachy, so you can turn it off here if you want. In the news recently was an article about a whole bunch of teenagers in a car that were hit by a semi and all the girls were killed. I think it was 5 or 6 girls in a very small car. Tragic. Sad. And then I read that they had perhaps rolled through a stop sign. Now, I don't know, but this accident was heavy on my mind for a while. And I realized why after about a day. When I was in high school, junior high actually, I had a very good friend. She and I were very good friends. And went on to high school. And one year I went on family vacation in the summer. Now that year our band director was having summer band. And it was my junior year. In between my junior and senior year. And as I said, we went off on vacation. And when I got back, another friend of mine she knew when I would be back, was standing on the sidewalk waiting for us to come home. And she said that my friend had died. And she was driving, and they were on their way to summer band. Her and at least one other girl, maybe another one. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. I'm very old. And they went through a stop sign and were hit by a semi. And knowing my friend, and it was a very busy road, with only a stop sign. And knowing my friend, she was talking. She was a chatterbox. Lovely girl, but talked a lot all the time. And, we all know that teenagers, and they should go drive and enjoy their life. And we need to stress to our teenagers the importance of paying attention when they're driving. Other accidents similar to this have happened, in my lifetime. But that was a friend of mine, and it was almost exactly the same thing, just pulling out in front of a semi. The other sad thing about this was that her car was overloaded, this recent one. Her car was overloaded, and which makes it even more likely that the driver was distracted. There were a couple of accidents in Albuquerque where many kids were killed because of overloaded vehicles. One where a whole bunch of kids were in the back of a truck, and then the truck itself, the inside, had more kids. And he was going at a high rate of speed, hit a curb and flipped and rolled over the kids that were flying out of the back. Another one, an overloaded Jeep on the freeway rolled, and I have he's not a teenager anymore, he's 23. And we know as parents we always worry, but we really, really have to stress to our teenagers the importance of not overloading their vehicles and to pay attention when they're driving. Anything can distract you, but it's fine to talk and have music and enjoy your life. If you're entering a street, you certainly need to pay attention to what you're doing. You're in an intersection. Anyway, no more soapbox. Kids in high school shouldn't die because of a traffic accident. It's sad. And, but that accident really hit me because of my friend. So, keep your kids safe. Help them to understand how dangerous driving can be. It's fun, but be careful. Anyway, thank you. You guys have a great week. It's getting closer and closer to Easter and April. And happy stitching, and sorry about the downer at the end, but it was heavy on my heart. And you guys be safe. Keep your kids safe. Keep